Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. Today we're going to continue that Icon Swaps 3 grind. We're going to build a Japanese team, and then we should have everything in place to complete all 4 parts of this Icon Swap single player objective. 2 days ago we made a team combining Brazil with Liga NOS. Yesterday we made a CONMEBOL team. Today we're going to do the Japanese team. So if you missed anything, just go back on my channel and check it out. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. One thing I will note real quick, I did give a lot of thought to completing this objective today where you have 11 UCL themed players. But when I was looking on the market, these cards are just going at too much of a premium for what I'm comfortable with. So we're going to wait on this one a couple days, let everything just settle down a little bit. And I guess before we get into it, we did get some pretty cool new content today. Let me just go over that really quick. We finally got Premier League Player of the Month, Bruno Fernandes. This is a really nice card. I'd love to add it into the team, do something with it, but it's just a little too pricey in my opinion, especially with Team of the Season's going to be out pretty soon. But this is a super strong card, but I think it was like 800,000 coins of total value. So just a little too pricey in my opinion. But we did get one epic card today, Flashback Arturo Vidal. This one is in the 400,000 to 500,000 range, and in my opinion, I would recommend doing this one if you can fit them into your team, if you have the need. I mean, don't force them. If you've got something like Team of the Year, Frankie de Jong or something like that, there's no need to try to force Vidal into your team. But this is a super, super strong card, just good everywhere, going to be great box to box, high work rates. Even his agility is slightly low. I would probably recommend playing him with an engine and using him as a box to box. He's just going to be epic everywhere. But this is a really strong card. If you can fit him into your team, get him into your team. But if not, don't force him. You don't need to build anybody around him or anything like that. Oh yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to show you. We got released this ridiculous pack today. Look at this. Let me find it. I got excited because I saw we can get a rare players pack. However, you have to build it just around one club. And so I've played around with this a little bit. My recommendation here is just to forget trying to build it. But look on FUTBin. Some of the teams that apply are like Manchester United, Galatasaray, Lazio. So if you've got some of these excess players, try to sell them and cash in on them. Like one earlier, like let me just look at this, like Lindelof. And I think I've packed Lindelof probably 100 times this year, and then I've probably just sold him. He was going for a lot earlier. Let me just see. So Lindelof, you can't even buy for 4,200. So Lindelof, if you've got any excess Lindelofs, you can sell him for 5,000 coins right now. So try to take advantage of those. There's a couple other ones. I think West Ham is one of the teams. But if you go to FUTBin, you can kind of search some of the solutions and then look at your team and see if you can sell some of them. But the cost of doing this SBC is now almost more than the rare player pack. So unless you've got a whole bunch of them untradeable, I'd recommend just forgetting about this rare player pack. So now let's get into our squad building. One cool thing about Japanese players is that a lot of them are already rapid. And I've mentioned that to you guys before, that one of the biggest things you look for when you're going up against the AI is players who already have some pace. So it's nice that a lot of the Japanese players already have some pace. So what I'm going to do, let's do squad selector. I'm going to go ahead and copy my CONMEBOL team because I want to put my CONMEBOL players on the bench. So I'll play with my Japanese team, rest my CONMEBOL team, and then vice versa. So let's make a Japan team. Why am I not getting caps? There we go. So Japan, the first thing I'll do, I'll just search my team. This one should be a little bit easier to create than the CONMEBOL team. So we'll just kind of build this one together, see what all we can kind of come up with. I will move all of my CONMEBOL players to the bench. And then we will get ready to go. I'm not sure what I have from Japan. They've released a couple really nice Japanese center backs. I know I have Tomiyasu. There was that Shoji who was the league-wide card or whatever, where you had to have rivals wins. I know some people did that one. I have not done that one. But Japan does have a couple pretty nice players, especially at center back. There is a Maeda that's in the milestones for this season, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting him. But, so there's several things that we can get. Let me just clear some room here. Just send all these boys to the club so we can have some room to work with. And we will just, again, the first thing I always do, I just scour my club, see what I need, and then I just fill in the gaps with the transfer market. And I don't think we're going to have much of a problem coming up with a solid Japan team. especially to beat world-class difficulty. So let's see what we have from our team from Japan. And first thing, I'll just get rid of the position modifier. I don't need to worry about position right now. I just need to throw out the players. So Japan is on down. No, I'm in the wrong one. I'm going to have to go back to school. So Japan, what do we have? Okay, so yeah, there's Tomiyasu. Oh, I do have the gold Shoji, so we are set at center back, so that is awesome. We have Muto, we have Shibasaki, and like you see here, even some of these silver players, like this is a left back with 90 pace. Here's a Cam with 88 pace. So even a lot of the silver Japanese cards have nice pace that you can work with, and that's the best thing you can have is pace, something you can work with there. Let's scroll down. Anything else? We're getting to a lot of bronzes now. What else do we have? From, let's see, so nothing there. Okay, there's a LM. Let's just kind of set them up now, see what we have in place. We'll put Shoji back here. We'll put Tomiyasu back here. So we have some really nice center backs, left back. I think we're missing a couple players that we're going to need to get. So we're set up pretty good. Like we wouldn't even really have to buy that much. I feel like this is even a usable team right now. But let's just set this to gold. Let's do max buy now of 1,200. Let's just see what comes up. So a lot of Shibasaki. There's Inui. That's one that I thought of. Osako would be decent as well. What else do we have? Oh, Ito. I think that's the one I was trying to think of. So Ito has some really good pace. 1,200 coins. I mean, I hate paying that much, but that's 90 pace. Let's just let me get this right wing version of him. So we'll add him to the team over here. That'll be great. So that's going to give us a lot of pace. Let's see if we have a Japanese manager. No Japanese manager. Let's see. No, we don't have a Japanese manager. I wonder if one of those is on the transfer market. Yeah, I don't really want to pay a lot for that. I'm not going to spend that much money to get a Japanese manager. If anything, I would just go when I see this type of situation where there's several Japanese managers, but I don't really even want to pay 1,100. I guess let me just see what's the cheapest one. Is there one under 600? No. Not one for that. So what I do when I see that situation, it makes me just go and open up a bunch of bronze packs until I find a Japanese manager, and then it forces me to do the bronze pack method, which is always a great way to make coins. Plus, I will usually eventually end up with a Japanese manager as well, so I'm not that worried about it. So let's see what else. So we need a right back. Are there any decent Japanese right backs? All we need is just a little bit of pace. I'm not too worried about it. All these guys are fairly slow. Even in the 70s, I'd love to get into the 80s, but again, I don't want to pay a ton. There's one with 80. That's going to be our winner as of right now. I see 78 pace and a silver one. 78 pace with a silver. 80 pace with a bronze. There's 82 pace. I really don't want to pay 800, but that's fine. We will pay 800 for him. We'll get a silver right back with 80 pace. That should be more than enough. He was actually at 82 pace, so that's great. And I think we're about set. Is there anything? I wouldn't mind upgrading a little bit more. Let's just do another look over here for gold players. We'll expand it. I didn't even mean to go that high, but let's just see what's available. Nakajima, that's another one I was thinking of. He's actually got a SBC card, a league-wide from Liga NOS, so that would be a nice one to get. Let's see how much he would cost. Let's just search for Nakajima. That would be the last piece of the puzzle if we can get him. So Nakajima, not Nakata. So how much would we have to pay for Nakajima? Cannot get him that cheap. Tons of them for 1,800. I'm sure you could probably try to snipe them a little bit. 1,500 I saw. 1,300. Okay, 1,300. I'm fine paying that. That's more than okay. And I think we've got our team. So we've got Nakajima, Muto, and Ito will probably be our main attackers. This Machida card would be nice. Shibasaki, we'll probably use him as our box-to-box mid, and we'll use Oshima as our defensive mid. So let's get this set up here. So Nakajima, let's see. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put some of them. I guess Muto will put up top. Put him a little wide. I'll put Nakajima, I think, as my cam. Ito will be my runner on the right, and Machida will be my runner on the left. So let's just get this team set up. We're going to put them into a 4-2-3-1. So we got Muto up top. I want Nakajima to be as my cam. Ito running down the right. I think Shibasaki was going to be our box-to-box mid. And I think Machida was our defensive mid. But let me double check on that. I think Oshima was going to be our left cam, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Or did I get that backwards? So Oshima should be our CDM. Let me make sure I did that. Oshima should be our CDM. So I had that backwards. So Oshima should be our CDM. And so there, I think we are set up. We are good to go. And actually, I might have that reversed. Let me double check that real quick. I think I might be reversing my right back there. So custom tactics. Because when I play this on my main team, I switch Wan-Bissaka with Mbabu, so I need to make sure to keep that there. So now Tomiyasu, center back, Shoji, center back. Okay, we've got a team. Let's get into it. Let's beat some world class. Let's get our icon swaps objectives complete. Then we'll be ready to just keep rocking and rolling. We've got all our CONMEBOL players on the bench. They're actually at fitness level. What I do sometimes is if I need to put a squad fitness on my team, I will go into like my CONMEBOL team that has my main players on the bench, if that makes sense, and then I'll put a squad fitness there, and then that will boost them up. So my CONMEBOL team is already boosted up, and then what I need to do is put my Japanese players on the bench of my CONMEBOL team. But let's just get into a match. Let's find a good squad battle. I don't think I've played a squad battle yet since the refresh. I had to finish up a couple weekend league matches to get that one icon swap reward, and then I had to what was the other thing? I started working on some of the division rivals first owner challenges. So we've got a 68-58, which would be amazing. 75-82. I see R9 on the team, so they've got R9 starting on this team. So you got to be careful even with some of these. You see they've got a big bronze bench. They have R9, and then they've got some Thiago Silva, Munier. So they've got some good players out there, but they've got a full bronze bench, which brings it down. And then this 81-54 team, yeah, this one would be fine to play. Let's just go ahead and play this team with the R9. That looks like a fun one to play. So let's get it on world class. And we'll put this Japanese team to the test. Let me put a couple Kim styles. Everybody is 99, so that is great. Or let me make sure. Yeah, Tomiyasu is too. I'll play with him on my Serie A team. So let's give a couple Kim styles. So like Muto, I'd like to boost his shooting a little bit. Let me just see what I have any excess of. Like marksman, I've got a ton of those, so that'd be perfect for him. Let's see what else we have. Shibasaki, he was going to be box to box. I usually don't boost him. I'd like to boost Nakajima. I'd love to give him a Deadeye, but I guess I could give him. What do I want to give Nakajima? I'd like to boost his shooting a little bit. I guess I could give him Marksman. Marksman's fine. That's the one I have the most of right now, so that would be nice. Who else would I like to boost? Let's boost Ito. He may be a good one to put like an artist on. I think I have a bunch of those because he's just going to be making runs up and down the wing for me. I just need him to pass in. I've got several artists. Boost his passing and dribbling. That'll be nice. And then I didn't mean to back out. So now we got to go right back into it. And then let's make one more boost. Let's give Machida. Maybe we'll give him an artist as well because he's going to be making runs on the other side. His shooting is already really poor, so I'm hoping I'm not having to ask him to make shots for us, to bury goals for us. So let's give him an artist. I think that will be perfect. And I think we are ready, boys. Let's get into it. That's going to apply. There we go. So I like artists a lot because that does give a lot of boost to dribbling. So you see here Machida, 92, 84 pace, and then look at his dribbling. He's going to have 99 agility with 89 balance, and it really boosts his passing. So it's a plus 15 boost to vision, plus 15 boost to long passing, plus 5 boost to short pass. So it does give some nice boost, but it's rare that I ever use artists on my main team. So let's get into it. Let's get into the match and take care of some business. And it's going to be similar if you guys have been watching my videos on this. Just control the first half. We've been lucky. We've gotten early goals in our last 2 games when we go into it. But we're going to be going up against an R9 who is going to be on 10 chemistry. So he's going to be someone that we're going to have to reckon with. You don't want to let him get free. Someone like R9 could certainly take over a game with the AI. So we're going to really try to control it. Like I mentioned yesterday, watch your passing accuracy. If you have any trouble with any of these, passing accuracy is one of the ones that you can look to see how you're playing against the AI. You really need to control the ball, control possession, not give up much, and then just when you have your space, make sure you take advantage of it. So they're not good, but we were able to recover. Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu is an epic card. I would love to be able to figure out. Terrible by me there. I'd love to be able to figure out how to get Tomiyasu into my main team. I tried one time, but I used Handanovic as keeper and I used Donnarumma as keeper, and both of them were just terrible. I think I ended up having to go back to Ter Stegen. This year, there's only just a couple goalkeepers that I trust. Right now, I'm playing an in-form Manuel Neuer. Neuer is one that I do like. De Gea has been absolutely insane lately. I didn't like him early in the year, but now every time I go up against a De Gea, he's just an absolute monster. It seems like after one of the updates, De Gea just went through the roof. So I've been thinking about getting a De Gea into my club as well. But it just seems like Handanovic and Donnarumma, both of them were just terrible when I played with them. So let's see if we can get anything going into R9. We have to be real careful with those. The AI is very cross heavy, so you want to try to make sure you can get your center backs over in front, and they will bury headed goals, so you have to be careful with that. See if we can get anything, get it over. There we go. Nice opening goal. We were able to dribble into that space. Just show this replay here. Just wait for your time. We're just dribbling, dribbling, dribbling. Against a human opponent, I probably would have done a shot stop fake about right here, where you do the fake shot and let off of everything. And I'd probably stop right here and wait for one of my trailing players. But against the AI, I'm just waiting. I'm dribbling, 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 waiting for that little bit of space. Then we get it and is able to find its way through and then just bury it. So that's a nice opening goal. So you can play a little bit differently against the AI than you would against a human opponent. And I mentioned this yesterday especially. You can be very aggressive on defense. I am playing a drop back. I play a little bit different drop back, I think, than a lot of people's. I don't like everybody to get super far back. I like to play aggressive. But what happens is I end up missing tackles, and I like to have people I can switch to. So drop back does work really well against the AI because then you have players back to help you defend, and it allows you to be super aggressive defensively. But just be careful when you do go back into a match against a human opponent. You can't be that aggressive. So there we go. And runs are a huge thing while playing against the AI. Here I'm just going to shoot, and there we go. Able to get into that spot, kind of that corner of the 6-yard box there, and just able to bury that shot. So already Ito has been an absolute monster for us. He's buried one and created one. So he's able to make some runs. So I really, really like that Ito. I don't think we paid a lot for him, so I'd highly recommend him already. And he's making another run. Can we get to him? Not a very good pass. It wasn't the best angle there, but it could have possibly gotten a pass through with a better player. So trying to get that service into R9. We're going to send. And remember, I've mentioned this as well. Trigger runs, hit LB on your Xbox, L1 on your PlayStation. Trying to wait for him to come open, but nothing. Oshima, I got it blocked. Okay, so we have a corner. Most corners I just play short. I'll play short and either send it back in or send it out wide. Pretty weak pass. But most corners I do. And when I have CR7 in my team, I actually just sold my CR7. I had the inform left mid version of CR7, but I just sold him. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my team for this weekend league. Any of you guys who have been with me a while, you know I'd like to change my team up a lot. Try to keep things fresh. We've got Nakajima. Oh, let me see. I guess I should try to pay attention. I thought Nakajima was left-footed, but the way he shot that does not. It makes me feel like he is right-footed. So Yeah, so he is right-footed. I thought he was left-footed actually. So, but he has 4-star weak foot, so that's not bad. So Nakajima's right-footed, Machida's right-footed, Ito's right-footed. So my whole front attacking line is right-footed. So that's always a good thing to know, especially when you're going with players that you're not that familiar with. For some reason, I thought Nakajima was left-footed, but he is right-footed. And do a 1-2. The 1-2s work really well against the AI. Just any of these runs, you just kind of bide your time, wait for them to get free. Let me get something over here. Not where I wanted it to go, but it's going to work out, I think. Come on. Oh, man. Could not bury that one for me. That'd have been nice. But we got this game well in hand already. It's nice when you can get out to an early start. And one thing we noticed yesterday on World Class is it seems like it takes longer for the World Class AI to go into attacking mode. The Legendary AI will, when they are trailing in the second half, they go into attacking mode almost instantly. But the World Class one hangs back a little bit more until it was almost until about the 70th minute before they started attacking. So should not have let him around there. That was poor defending by me. Just kind of lulling me to sleep over here. Again, they're just forcing them to cross everything. I don't know if it's the drop back defensive tactic or if they're just crossing a lot. But, you know, they're not really getting anything from the cross. Terrible throw out by our keeper. See if we can get anything. Let's trigger a run. So I hit that LB and see how it's going to make our guy make that run. He's just going to zoom by the fullback, and then he's just right in. I mean, that's just one of the easiest ways. I guess we're just shoot again. Get right here at the nice scoring spot. Bury it near post. Beautiful. This Ito, even with his 66 shooting, if you get to that corner of the 6-yard box, it just seems like that's a really good spot to bury a goal from. You can go wide, you can go near post. I mean, either way, you can pretty much bury it. So Ito has definitely been our man of the match so far. He's made some really good runs for us the entire game. But we got to not let R9 Tomiyasu showing R9 who's boss. Send him on another run. Can we get it to him? Fullback's hanging back a little bit now. Oh, the fullback's getting tired of being boss. He's like, look here, Ito. I can play too, brother. Nakajima. We got a runner from Oshima. Shibasaki. We get anything set up. Nakajima. Oh, we did have a foul. I'll take the foul. Okay. Do we have anybody that can bury a free kick? Come on, let's see. Who do we have? Tomiyasu, my free kick taker, and I don't think so. Shibasaki. Nakajima has good power. Probably Nakajima would be our best bet. Let's see if we can knock one in here. I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of accuracy. I don't. Oh, man. I'm sure that's way too much power. Yeah. It just didn't have any control with it. So that stinks. We didn't. What? No. What happened? What What is going on with this game? Oh, he carried it into the goal. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? I've never seen that happen before. So here we go. Let's switch our angle. So the keeper makes a nice save, catches it. Let's see. Does he carry it over? So there he's good. He's good there. There he kind of he makes a little shimmy back to give up a goal. So pretty crazy. Nakajima does. I wonder if that counts as an own goal or a Nakajima goal. I'm really curious about that. I don't have my sound on, so let's look at the player ratings. They did. Let me make sure. No, they did give him. Nakajima had another goal, so own goal for that. So he didn't quite get the goal, so it still did count as an own goal, which is fine. But so I've never seen that. That's just really crazy. What is up with this game? This game just drives you mad. I mean, the thing that drives me the craziest about FIFA 20, and probably it's been more in FIFA 20 than in any recent year, and I think it's because, I mean, in my opinion, don't get me wrong, FIFA 20 is probably the best FIFA we've had in the last several years when it plays well, but it's a slower game, so when you don't have that good connection, when you have inconsistent gameplay, the game just is almost the worst. So we kind of have the best version of FIFA in years, and we have the worst version of FIFA in years. So it's kind of strange how that works out. So it's just like this inconsistent gameplay, just all these little like glitch things. You know, when you go like in weekend league, you'll go into a match and have this amazing connection, and you're pinging passes, knocking in shots, and then you have another game where your players turn and they just take like a day for them to even gather the ball at their feet, and then it's just that's the most frustrating thing to me about FIFA is just that inconsistent gameplay. And then you see stuff like that where you give up a goal where just the goalkeeper he had saved it, he had complete control of it, and then all of a sudden he just does a shimmy back into the net and gives up a goal. But we will take it. If that would have been an online match, somebody would have been crying over that. There we go. There's goal number 5. So we are rocking and rolling. This Japanese team playing exceptionally well. Shibasaki is our box to box defensive midfielder. So 5-0 is the best you can get. So we're just kind of biding our time now. If we score a goal, great. Sometimes what I do, I'll even just set down my controller and just let the AI defensive play because, I can go do something else. I can just let this ride out. We're not going, if you're going up against a team of like an 85 rated squad or an 88 rated squad or something like that, you maybe wouldn't want to do this. But from my experience, I've never given up a lead like this in this amount of time. Usually, what happens is they'll score like 2 goals, maybe 3 goals. I'll try to check on it, but then I can, like I said, go do something else, not even have to play the AI. So that's something you can do. I'm not saying you have to do that, just letting you know. One thing that does happen though, the game takes forever because you're watching every single replay. The ball's going out of play a lot, so it does take a long time for it to go through. Oh, I thought we were going to give up a goal. No, we do give up a goal. So end up giving up a goal off of some nonsense after we were not half playing, but that's okay. Again, the main thing is just getting the win. You get to the 5 goals and then just kind of bide your time. Scoring more goals does not count for anything else. It just counts as a shot for your stats. And I think there's even a max on shots as far as squad battle points go. So it's just, again, more about killing the clock off. Oh, I thought we'd get another one. Can we get a goal? What a shot. Right across the face of the goal. That looked more like a cross than a shot. I wish there was a mercy button, like if you went up 5-0 in a squad battle match, it would just automatically end the game. That would be sweet. But anyways, guys, if you let me know down below what icon you're going to go for. I've mentioned it. I did a video where I kind of went through each icon swap. I think for me, my plan right now is to do that prime icon player pack for 9 tokens. And then I'm undecided on my second player. I've kind of got it down between Overmars, Kaka, or Hullet. And I know that version of Hullet is not as good. And I mentioned that on the video where I reviewed everybody. But I love Hullet so much, and that's probably going to be the only opportunity this year to play with Hullet. So I'm still really considering him, even though I know he's not going to really hold up for me. But I played with Kaka before, that Prime version. I didn't love him. I played with Overmars a ton in drafts. It just seems like he just never lives up to his stats. So I don't know what to do. I don't even know. Maybe I'll just get the Prime Icon player pack and just say forget any other icon. I don't know. We're going to have Team of the Season soon. I think what they needed to do on this one was release all 24 icon swaps objectives like right now. Let people get to, like, if we could play for the next week or two and get to that Cannavaro or get to, I don't know, I don't. Who else was there? There was the Cannavaro was probably the one I was really interested in. Oh, the Carlos Alberto, like that one would be an epic card. There's Dalglish. There's not Overmars, Bergkamp. So there's some really strong cards if we could have just played to like the 24 now. But when we have to wait 40 days before we can get more icon swaps, it's just we're gonna be in team of the season. We're gonna have better cards available to us for cheaper. So and not having to grind out all this stuff. So I don't know, guys. What are you guys thinking? What are you going to take? I've seen a lot of people. I've been surprised. I thought most people would try to save up for someone like Cannavaro or Carlos Alberto, but it seems like a lot of people are talking about getting that prime icon player pack for those 9 icon swap tokens. And that's, that's the one that's going to give you the chance to really change your team. If you pulled a prime R9 or a prime Hullet or a prime Eusebio or even a prime Vieira, I mean, that's just going to change your team, or Cruyff. I mean, there's several. I mean, there's tons of icons that are just going to be on your bench. Rui Costa, Nakata, players like that are just going to end up on your bench. But there's several that would just completely change your team around. Even Zidane, like, oh, I thought we were going to give up another goal there. Was that R9 or who? No, that wasn't R9. I don't know who that was. We're just dragging out these last few minutes. Another thing you can do, the keeper can hold on to the ball for I think it's almost a minute and a half of game time. And then you can just set it down, try a little cross, and if it gets headed back, I usually end up giving up some goal doing this, but if you head back to the keeper, then they can catch it, and then, you can kill another minute and a half or so of game time. Do this a couple times, and then you'll end up just running out the clock. But again, they end up pressing hard. Oh, see, they will probably give up a goal. What a save. What a save right there. That was epic. But like I said, I'll do that some, but they will start just sending everyone forward, and it does seem like you end up giving up a goal doing that. Again, keeper gets another catch, so that is nice. Just kind of kill these last couple minutes, and then we'll just make sure we did everything right, that we got our first part of our icon swaps objective. Ooh, nice. R9 trying to show off some moves. I think it's really cool too that R9's like base to his prime version has like a different body model. Like I think the one with the hair, then he's got the one with like the crazy dude that he had like from the 2002 World Cup. I do think that's pretty cool. So head it back to the keeper. That should wrap it up. And there we go. We got our win. This Japanese team worked really well. I recommend a lot of these players. I like, was it Ito that was just killing it for us? I mean, just making run after run after run, going up the wing. He had 2 goals and 2 assists. So, I mean, he was just killing it. Muto and Nakajima got involved. Shibasaki got involved. I didn't get a lot from Machida, but I didn't have to really use him a lot. It was mainly just having Ito make runs. We got so many goals out, we didn't even really have to hardly play in the second half. So nice win there. Didn't let R9 get us. They ended up getting a ton of shots, actually, because the second half we weren't even really playing. But 1,860 squad battle points, that's great. If you end up playing a lot this week and get to something like Elite 1, like just look at this. If you end up playing a lot, Elite 1 has some really nice rewards. You get 2 rare mega packs and 30,000 coins. And I've hit this once or twice this year during these weeks where we have all of the icon swaps squad battle things going on. So that is pretty cool. Let's make sure we got our objective, that we did it right. So yes, right here. So we got one of the world-class Japanese. So we are ready to go. All we need to do is just complete all of these and we're good to go. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me everywhere. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.